with
Yeah,
him.
maybe 2 now because the subway's probably shut down from protest.
Dude, that is absolutely out of control. I mean,
Good timing. We were right on the subway trend.
Yeah, we sure were. I hope that's making the video pop off some more, huh?
The video did well. The short did really well on Instagram.
Really?
I think it's almost at 100,000 views. I mean, why wouldn't you watch that? It's you complaining about being Italian.
Yeah.
Or just letting the guy know you're Italian.
Dude, this guy was such an asshole, man.
Yeah, he was. People, I saw because you know a clip is doing well when people who don't follow us are fighting each other in the comments section about whether or not we're assholes.
Yeah.
And the video has gone so viral on Instagram, they don't even address it at us. They're like, hey, Meat Hat 26, Danny and Leo are fucking assholes. And then Meat Hat 26 is like, nah, the guy started it. And I agree with Meat Hat because that dude, you don't see it in just a little short clip. I guess everybody who listens to this podcast has already seen the full thing.
Yeah.
But that guy fucking started it. Okay?
This guy, so I want to tell you my thinking during that situation because we have Danny's jiu-jitsu, which is nice. I have my just large size. So I immediately knew that Danny was in a good spot because he was basically behind the guy. So I was like, all right, he's going to choke him out within a minute. Then he had really tight skinny jeans on, so we could tell that he did not have a weapon on unless it was like a knife or something we couldn't see. But he didn't have a gun. So that was even a reason that we got that he was able to get that close. But it was uncomfortable. And I did feel like I was a step away from either getting punched or having, and having to fight that guy. So it was pretty interesting to happen. Yeah. I'd never happened before. Never has a guy approached that violently, unless we count Bakersfield when you said, I saw a woman's tits into the microphone and all the kids were in that place. And we had a posse going after us.
We had a posse.
Yeah.
In those situations, kid, just don't let the suspect get within arm's reach.
Yeah.
That's why you fucking...
And he was within arm's reach. So
you got to keep him distance, chin down, shoulders up. Don't let him. I hate it when I see the clips on the internet when some kid is they're in each other's faces and they're both chin up. It's like the test of manhood is who can be more erect with their chin tilted up toward the moon.
It's a bad idea, right?
Not a good contest. Not a good demonstration of manhood. And then you always see one of the guys lightning quick, drop back, wind up, boom. The guy with his chin up. Like he's, I don't know, trying out to be a guard of the Royal Palace.
Yeah.
That guy gets fucking flatlined.
You saw your boy Nate Diaz just absolutely choke out some guy that
Can we pull it up?
Yeah.
Can we compare his
like,
technique to the technique that was used to subdue Jordan Neely?
Oh, my God. It's completely the opposite, but because Nate Diaz is doing it from the front. But, dude, Neely was
Nate Diaz with an A, but it doesn't matter.
Is it? What's up?
No, I'm just telling you.
Oh, yeah. Neely was a career criminal and just a crazy guy threatening to kill everyone, right?
Yes. It's ridiculous.
That they're upset about it.
Of course.
Who's upset, though, really?
I will say, though, that, it's not great that he died. The kid who did the choke should have used that choke better. He was clearly undertrained and didn't know when to let it go. Let's watch. Let's compare here.
This is the guy looks exactly like Logan Paul because it's his lookalike. This guy, like it's literally Logan Paul's lookalike. It's hilarious. All right, play this. Nate Diaz just choking.
Streets of New Orleans on Friday night where there was a brawl going on. Nate Diaz choked out apparently Rodney Peterson, who has some TikTok fame being a lookalike of Logan Paul. Nate was in New Orleans for the Misfits boxing
no video.
show.
I can already tell there's not going to be any video.
Fucking assholes.
It
should be on. Twitter is probably the best place to find videos. That's where I found that video of the A's announcer, Danny, that we watched a couple times. God damn, an A's announcer, instead of saying, can I say Negro League?
You said it. I mean,
so obviously it's a thing. But anyway, instead of saying Negro League, he used that word with a hard ER and said that league. On the air, guys. On the air. He goes, I had a great day visiting the league. It was unbelievable. Yep. Look it up.
And
but
no longer has a job.
No longer has a job.
Let's see.
Now this is the Nate Diaz choking out Logan Paul.
Okay, so there's brawls going on sort of all over the place in this clip. Here, Nate Diaz, he popped him down for a little guillotine.
Easy.
Little guillotine choke. No problem.
He's out.
Guy is out.
Have you ever done that, Danny?
Yeah, I actually have. That exact same choke. I figured for it, dude, I'd come back to college in 2013 after graduating because, you know, let's face it, I wanted to hook up with some chicks.
Sure.
And I was too much of a loser in my real life to hook up with any chicks.
It's okay.
So I had to come back to college.
All
And
right.
sensing that, this dude at the party who was fucking hammered just shot a double leg at me at one point.
Oh, my God.
And I had to get him in the same kind of hiked up, forearm only guillotine choke. And I likewise put him to sleep. But that's the thing is, with the Jordan Neely situation, I have never heard of anybody in a jiu-jitsu gym getting choked unconscious to the point of death. I actually read a judo book on it once that studied the effects on the mind of having a choke held for up to like 30 seconds. And apparently there's no real issue. It's sort of like the blood gets cut off, your brain blacks out, and usually if the choke is released within a semi-reasonable amount of time, you will live.
Have you heard of people passing each other out for fun? Because Mitch on the football team when he was in Oregon in high school, they would pass each other out, just get a head high.
I think that probably means they did gay stuff. That is the prelude to gay stuff. Don't you think, Dino?
Dino, would you ever pass each other? You and Dino just take turns. You and Austin just take turns passing each other out.
That
was crazy.
That is, and especially when you're young and you're experimenting, an unconscious friend, it's just a matter of time before somebody slips a lip Peter in his mouth.
I mean, yeah, that would happen in Sacramento, I feel, more likely than Los Angeles, I think.
Are you kidding me, dude?
I mean, in deep in Houston, where these guys are from, probably same thing, dude.
Pull up the Jordan Neely clip. We'll just react to it, Austin, so the video doesn't get age restricted. But ideally, the kid, once the choke was established and the guy was settled down, he would have got on top, ideally, and not killed the guy.
Right.
It's pretty fucking rare to kill somebody with a choke like this,
24-year-old
though.
Marine veteran.
Should I just play the audio?
Yes.
But not show the video?
It
Yes.
doesn't even look that tight. Am I being wrong
It
in
doesn't
saying
look that tight.
Yeah.
The right carotid artery is pretty well secured. What really sucks is the guy who's holding Jordan Neely's hands, who is a black guy, by the way, which kind of screws with the narrative.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of people were screaming, like a lot of black people were screaming the N-word at Jordan Neely in the
During the clip?
unedited.
Huh.
Yeah, which is like it makes it pretty clear that this is everything on black crime, not just white on black crime.
Yeah, I've seen an improvement in the media though. With if you look at like all the regular like Yahoo News, all those bullshit spots, Twitter, a lot of them are defending the Marine. Like it's not as bad as it was, but it's just I guess in New York there's still like public protests, and that's what's going on.
There's always going to be. It would be nice to know exactly what Jordan Neely was doing beforehand. Not that that warrants a death sentence.
No, of course
Never.
not. No.
Like this choke should have been applied better. But I'm curious, and that would definitely influence, I think, the media's opinion. What is interesting though is a couple of left-wing politicians have tried to turn this into. It's really sick what they do. They don't give a fuck about Jordan Neely.
No.
What they are doing is they know that this is a politically charged topic on a hot narrative. That narrative is white people hurting black people.
Yeah.
You post it on Twitter, you get a shit ton of retweets, it boosts your profile, so when you want to run for local office and then eventually national office, you have a bigger platform.
It's almost like their Rat Dick Ralph in a way. You know what I mean?
This is their shit video.
Right.
This is their shit video.
It's gonna get views.
It's going to get views.
It's gross.
But Twitter now, with the community notes, cock blocks the fuck out of them. Like, you can't just spread. That's so much the game on Twitter, left and right. Definitely on the fucking right, too. You just make an aggressive, conservative statement or liberal statement that's going to polarize but also mobilize your base, and you profit. But now with the community notes, what people were doing is the left would be like, Jordan Neely, he was a beloved Michael Jackson impersonator who made everybody smile. Picture of him from like a decade ago impersonating Michael Jackson. He was no doubt serving Earl Grey tea and singing songs for people before he was senselessly slaughtered. But now the community notes comes in and says, hey, fucking council member from New Hampshire who's trying to get famous. This picture is almost a decade old of him dressed as Michael Jackson. And also he was being aggressive and attacking people verbally and maybe physically before he was restrained.
Yes.
So that's the context.
Right.
That's the context. And it really deflates these people who are basically fucking liars.
Yes.
In this case, they're liars on the left, but the right does it too.
The right does it too. You're right. They both are just, the system is flawed.
But yeah, this choke here. What's really dangerous is the hands held. Jordan Neely, I don't know if he knew how to tap out, but he can't tap out. He can't fight the choke. That's scary, dude.
That is scary. Yeah.
That happens in jiu-jitsu sometimes, where sometimes you get a crucifix choke where a guy has one hand, his legs wrap up this hand, and he's choking your neck, and you can only tap with your foot. But the nightmare is, what if you don't get a foot free, too, and you go out without being able to tap because everything's occupied?
Jeez.
That's what's happening to Jordan Neely, and it's not good. But fuck. If Danny Mullen was in there, Jordan Neely would be alive. Okay, I would have got him to the ground and just detained him until law enforcement showed up. He would be alive if that was me.
And if I know you well, you'd be looking frantically for hand sanitizer afterward. He is a homeless man.
I would be looking frantically afterwards for sexual favors from the lady he was pestering beforehand. Okay? Because he would be alive. He'd be just like, they'd take him away, write him a citation.
Oh my God, sir, I just want to tell you, I'm so happy that you were able to subdue that man that was hurting me, and thank you.
I am a force more than I am a man. Did I tell you I'm a billionaire? My parents were murdered in an alley when I was young.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I was a coward, and I had to harness the form of an animal in order to face my fears.
Oh my God, you're like Batman.
Well, I don't like to call myself like Batman, but I likewise am a billionaire. I live on the outskirts of town.
Oh my God, you're a billionaire?
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I got to get home to my husband. Sorry.
No.
What?
What if I just committed a sex crime? Like, hey.
Dude, I mean, if